Welcome into episode 17 of my Fremennik only Ironman series. In the previous episode, we got 2 dragon axes and a second B ring, so we are now just sitting 1 warrior ring away from finishing up Dagannoth Rex. Hopefully we can get 1 or 2 good trips in during this episode, maybe get my kill count close to 150, and hope for that warrior ring. Otherwise, in this episode, I hope to work on my herb lore level. I need 38 for those prayer potions, and I can't really go to Prime or Supreme before I get those, so I'm going to work on that at cave crawlers and sukwas and hope I get very lucky with my herb drops. As long as I can make a little bit of a dent in that grind, I think that's going to be pretty good progress towards 38. In theory, I really only need 37 just because I can boost up 1 level with the Asgarnia Ale, so I have that to work with. So level 37, it's not too far away, but it's going to really start adding up over time. I'm closing in on level 30 here. Hope to get that finished up, and then also I will be working on probably some more construction, buying some limestone and things like that so I can get closer to level 59 so I can get those incense burners and get 2 times experience on those Dagannoth bones. Anyways, we're beginning this episode off at rock crabs. As I mentioned in the last couple of episodes, I'm currently working from home, so when I have time I can just log in and AFK these rock crabs and work on my combat stats. Closing in on level 71 hit points, and I'm going to be training strength exclusively for a while, so hopefully we can make a couple levels there as well. Anyways, sit back and enjoy episode 17. First level of the episode coming in, there is level 71 hit points. Just missed the message, but there is level 71 strength and 1175 total level. I was talking it over with my CC, and there is a raking patch in Keldegrim that I can use. I don't think it grows back until I finish the quest, but this will give me my first 12 experience in farming. But I also think there are 2 other patches that I can rake in my area, which I do think grow back. So I'm going to go and check that out on Miscellanea right after this. So on Miscellanea there is a bush patch and a spirit tree patch that I can rake without having to do the quest or anything like that. There is another allotment patch right up there next to this bush patch, but I can't rake that until I start the quest. But this will give me an easy way to keep getting my 12 experience for each patch that I rake over. So eventually I'll get my farming level up. I'm not really going to be too prioritized on this just because it's kind of out of the way to get here and it's only 12 experience. But at level 10 farming, it does open up red berry bushes, so I can farm those once I find a way to get a seed. I do have white berry seeds and then also poison ivy, so eventually I will be able to use this patch for other things, but hopefully I can find a red berry bush seed just so I can get that started at level 10. But anyways, this is the raking content that everybody enjoys. So I received a few comments in the last video saying that I can bank on Lunar Isle without the Seal of Passage. Unfortunately, you can't do that until after you finish Dream Mentor, and then Bird's Eye Jack is going to be at that 3rd stall here on the right. So until then, I can't do any banking here until I have that quest completed or I have the Seal of Passage. So it still doesn't help me when I teleport back to my house and then I would need to bank quickly. I need to first finish Dream Mentor before that, but that is a long way away as that does require some of the troll quests to get to. But anyways, that's just to clear that up. I did get quite a few comments on that, but you do need to finish Dream Mentor, and I think you can also have that ability if you finish the Elite Fremi Diaries as well. But anyways, that's just going to clear that up. Coming in with the first herb lore level of the episode, here is level 30 herb lore. So I can now make defense potions with my Ranars if I wanted to. I have plenty of white berries. I don't think it's going to be worth it as I don't have a ton of them and I need to save them for my prayer potions. Back at cave crawlers, and here is level 72 magic. Finishing up another inventory of cave crawlers, and this one was one of my more successful trips so far. I got so many Marintels and Terramins, so that is going to really help with the herb lore experience. Back on that raking content and one more patch here, and that's going to give me level 2 farming. Finished up another cave crawlers run and level 31 herb lore. Level 72 hit points. Quickly after that, here is level 73 strength. The levels are now flying in. 74 strength. Back at Dagannoth Rex now. I brought enough casts for maybe 11 or 12 kills here. I'm still going with the Chaos Rune method as it does save me a lot of GP in the long run, and GP is hard to come by now that I've used my initial stack of 1 million that I got from all those yak hide legs that I alked. It's So let's hope for a good trip. Hopefully we can get that warrior ring and finish up Rex. First Rex kill of the trip, looking for something good, and this will be Rex kill number 128, so that's the drop rate for the warrior ring. Unfortunately we didn't get it. We got the mithril ore, which is just as important as well, just because we'll need that for mithril bolts. And this is going to be the final kill of the trip. I didn't show any other kills just because I didn't get anything else. So I got one more stack of 25 myth ores, but other than that, we finish off with the steel kite shield at kill 139. That'll be 12 Rex KC in this trip. As mentioned on the first clip of that Rex run, I am using the Chaos Runes as money has become quite the issue now. I've kind of talked through my CC and then also on Discord to figure out the best method for me to make some money, so I'm going to try out a few different methods and see how well they go. I was hoping that the first 128 kills would get me both the B ring and the warrior ring. Unfortunately that's not the case, but I can't really complain about the luck of getting 2 dragon axes and 2 B rings. So I'm going to go and try a couple of other methods on making money. Hopefully those will pan out well so I can get some more runes. But I think hopefully we just finish up this Rex run before 150 KC. Back at the rock crabs for level 73 hit points. I decided to try out this dragon axe making maple longbows, so I don't know how quickly I'm going to be able to do this. I can use a games necklace and go back and forth from Barbarian Assault to here pretty quickly by just running up those rocks. So each of the maple longbows alks for 384. I have plenty of nature runes right now. I think I have a stack of about 300, so that's about 100k worth of maple longbows if I decide to make those. But we'll just see how quickly this is and see if this is a pretty efficient way to make some money. Ended up just shy of 200 maple longbows. That's going to get me close to about 75k. This isn't the fastest method just because I can't really cut maples that quickly with just one maple tree, so I'll probably axe this method and try a different one. Level 76 strength. And here we go with level 73 magic. And I didn't forget about the agility grind. There is level 42. Getting ready for another Rex run. I didn't show it, but I actually did a medium gamble with Barbarian Assault points and I got about 300 death runes, so I'm going to go back and use the Fire Blast method. It takes about 35 to 40 casts, hoping for 10 kills, maybe 11 if I get lucky. First Rex kill of the trip. This will be kill number 140 and a Mithril Warhammer. Hoping to get up to 150 on this trip. It's going to be very close with these runes. So this is the first time this has happened. I ran out of runes and he had about 50 HP left and I could not bash him down. I tried for a little bit, but it just wasn't working. So I ended up with just a 10 kill trip and 149 KC. The last 2 trips have been pretty underwhelming drop wise. I got 1 rune axe, 1 Lunar weed, and that was about it, and then just the bones. And then the last trip I really just got mithril ore. So burning through these runes again, and I gotta make some more money to keep buying runes because I'm still going for that warrior ring. Cave crawlers have treated me very well this episode. That is level 32 herb lore. I had a giant stack of guam leaves waiting, so there's level 33 herb lore with the guam tar. And that's the 4th level of this episode. 4 more levels and then we can boost for the prayer potions. So my next method is going to be steel plate bodies. I'm going to go ahead and mine the coal ore and then I can buy the iron ore and blast furnace for really cheap. And there's level 61 mining. It has been a long time since I got a good reward from a maze random event. Hopefully I can get some runes here. Oh, 65 coal, so I mean it helps me with my mining grind. That saves me 2.5 inventories. There is level 50 smithing. 2 more levels and then I can boost to make mithril bolts. And with this steel plate body, that is level 51 smithing. Had about 65 steel plate bodies made, so that's 78k, so that'll buy me enough runes for another Rex run. I decided just to knock out this final smithing grind, so there's level 52 smithing. I can now use a Dwarven Stout to +1 boost up to 53 to get the mithril bolts, and that'll allow me to make my emerald bolts enchanted. So that way I can go ahead and kill Prime now. Once I get the prayer potions, then that will open that up and I can go for that Seer's ring. I don't really have any other use for emeralds, so all the emeralds I get are going to be made into emerald bolt tips, and then it does unfortunately take nature runes and chaos runes, or nature runes and cosmic runes to enchant them. I can easily thieve the nature runes, but after what I've gone through on this account, I really don't want to do that. But I have plenty of cosmic runes for now, so There we go. This is going to be our very first batch of Emerald Bolts E. It does poison Prime for 5 damage, so every little bit helps just because I do have a relatively low range level, and the crossbow I have isn't going to be the best going into it, so hopefully I can at least get a couple kills. So in my head I originally planned on doing a Prime kill in the next episode, but I went through and editing this video and it was a little bit on the shorter end, so I decided that I'll throw this Prime kill into this episode. So here's my gear for Prime. I'm going with pretty much the best range setup I can. It turns out the Pennant Skirt has better defense than the Yakai legs in all categories, so I've actually been making a mistake by not bringing this every time. I'm bringing the damage book because it does give a +3 prayer bonus, and because I'm going to be praying the whole time while I'm killing Prime, it's going to save me a couple prayer points in the end, hopefully, and it doesn't require me to use too many doses. I do have 2 prayer potions that I'm bringing with me. I have gotten these from the Fremennik Isles quest, and then you can also get a 2-dose prayer potion drop from Rex as well. Now, I'm only going to go for 1 kill. I think I can maybe get 2 if I get lucky with my hits, but for now I'm just going to go with the 1 kill here and then just see how it goes. Maybe if I get lucky and get the Seer's Ring, and then we finish off Prime, and then this whole grind for all these bolts has really added up to just 1 kill. But anyways, let's go ahead and go and kill Prime. One last thing, I ran back to the bank to get Law Runes and Air Runes for Telegrabs, just because I don't want to get aggroed by Supreme if it is a good drop. So that should be plenty of those. I don't really need to do more than 1 or 2 Telegrabs. Luckily for Prime, as long as you stay towards the north, you really can't get aggroed by Supreme, and then Rex really doesn't travel over here as well either. I did have one person from my CC come and help me just because I just wanted to get a feel for it on my first kill here. And hopefully I hit high with my level 63 range, but I did just see there that we did get a poison, so that should be good. Let's see what happens. I am very surprised on how quickly this kill happened with my range level. I do this on my regular Ironman, and it takes me just about the same amount of time with like 15 extra range levels. And there we go, the first Prime kill is a loop half of key, so not very useful, but I'll surely take the kill itself, and I'll take the bones there. I could do a second trip, but it would waste 1 extra dose of prayer potion just to get it back up to my regular level, so I think I'm going to save the dose, and then I can always make a second trip back here at another time before I get to level 38 prayer or 38 herblore. But anyways, that is Prime kill number 1, loop half of key. So I ended up telling it out without getting my extra bolts that I left on the ground, so I did lose about 50 bolts there probably. But anyways, I think that's going to end this episode. That's going to finish it up here. I'm glad I did get that Prime kill in on this episode. Anyways, I'd like to thank everybody for all of the support recently. We're actually closing in on 9,000 subscribers, which is crazy to think about. That a year ago I had maybe like 1,500 subscribers. So once we hit that 9,000, we are on that final countdown to 10,000. If you don't mind, feel free to hit that like button and subscription if you haven't. About 50% of you who watch the videos aren't even subscribed, so that would help my channel out immensely. Go ahead and look forward to episode 18 coming out shortly. Thanks.